Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jay, all around resident music man, owner, producer, founder, solo DJ, and resident owner of Ronin Radio. I'm back from my duty, and there's a bunch of stuff that's been here, that got here that I want to show to you guys because I don't do haul videos often because one, ain't nobody got money like that, Eric, and two, yeah, I'm in the Navy, so I'm kind of busy all the time. But I did want to show some stuff that I recently got, as well as explain some of the reasons why I got them. This is going to be, I have to look at the last date that I did a haul video, which I do enjoy doing these when I get enough stuff to be like, I got a haul. But I think it was maybe last year, if not early this year. So now we're in the middle of this year. Which just, wow, time flies, right? And I have some stuff I want to show. So without further ado, here we go. First up is Aria, the origination. So why did I get this? Well, and I'm sorry for the glare, apologies. I'm on an iPad right now recording because one, I don't have a GoPro, and two, my laptop was not cooperating with me. Hopefully it does when I start editing. But I have been lugging this guy around, complete with shelfware. Yeah, cringe. For a while. I found this on a trip to Flagstaff. I'm stationed in Arizona, so I found it on a trip to Flagstaff. Resident Zia Records, or was it Bookman's? It was one of those. This was there, and it was like $20. Hey, don't mind if I do. So I picked that up, and it's been here with me ever since. Nozomi put this out, and if you're, oh god. Oh, that's a stick. Whew, thank God. If you're familiar with Nozomi, I believe, and I may be talking out of my ass here, but they took over for ADB Films, rest in peace, when they went under, or became Sentai, or however that worked. Anime licensing and dealing is weird. So they rescued, I guess, the Aria series, and there's a certain order to these, right? So the manga, which is also coming, the Masterpiece volumes, those are coming. Some of you already have them. I was walking through Barnes & Nobles today and I saw volume 2, but somebody had just, Barnes & Noble's cool. We were all poor at one point, so we all kind of used to sit down and read in the aisles, and it's a pastime. But people had taken to that volume especially hard, and they had set in the aisles, and the spine was kind of crinkly in the middle, and the shelfware was already man. And I thought they were selling it on sale. Now they wanted the full price for that, so good luck with that. But these are the anime versions of this, obviously. And you got Aria the Animation, which is the first one. Then you got Aria the Natural, which I don't know how they bundled these, so I don't know if Aria came. I don't know if the Natural obviously came after the animation, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a copy of it. If somebody has it, feel free to post a picture. I have no idea how to get a hold of that. Then you have Aria the OVA, you got the OVAs, and then the origination. So, even in the back it tells you like, hey, it's a continuation, so cool. Now I kind of have both. I do know that on Right Stuff they are selling this in Blu-ray form, so I'll have to look out for that. But Aria is a pretty, it's not an action series. Anime's kind of weird like that, so you'll look at this and be like, oh man, it's about girls and living in a place where they are boats keepers or gondoliers or something. That's literally what this is about. Ain't nobody gonna transform this. There's no giant robots. It's cool. It is young girls learning to become gondoliers in this fictional world. Don't really think there's more than that. I'm not sure if there's a romance element If I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But this is something that my wife would watch. Like, this is something that, because she hates romance and anime, this is something that my wife would look at and be like, I like watching women accomplish things. I'm going to check this out. So, by all means, if you have a chance to get these, I would. It's a very slow-paced series, but not as slow-paced, I believe, as Dot Hack, which literally put me to sleep. If I wanted to go to bed when I was younger, just put on an episode of Dot Hack, and I was out like a light for a long time. That's it. But it's weird. If you want to watch a show about young girls learning to become gondoliers and row these boats around this fictional place, and it's slow paced, and you want something that you can just enjoy without, I wouldn't say without paying too much attention to it, but not having to become invested in the story as much and like take notes, like Steins Gate type shit, then I would recommend Arya. It's chill. It's just something you can put on and be like, that was nice. That was nice. I like that. All right, cool. On to the next one. New game. The entire series, actually, and I know that this is mirrored, so bear with me. I have no idea what this is about. The back of it literally is just like, hey, this girl lands her dream job at a video game company. Office culture is challenging for her, and she eventually like learns and goes up the ladder and gets recruits that she has to train, and it's stuff like that. I am a sucker, and I'm probably thinking I'm going to say for cute anime girls. No. What I am a sucker for is comedy. I don't care if it's romantic comedy, because Kaguya-sama like dominated that, in my opinion, and I have over there somewhere His and Her Circumstances, like some of the OG romantic rom-coms that are cool, like the early 2000s that came out in the late 90s, like Marmalade Boy and stuff like that. My favorite genre of anime is comedy and sports. Everything else is secondary. Okay, comedy and sports. Because I'm a diehard fan of Hajime no Ippo. But workplace comedy.
You have my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
When I first saw Wagnaria, which is known as working in the United States, some of the funniest shit I ever seen. Right, Konosuba, which ain't workplace related at all, but some of the funniest shit I'd ever seen. I'm watching another show that's coming up that I'll talk about. Also hilarious. There's something the way that the Japanese do comedy, especially when it comes to anime, which for me, it does it for me. I like what is it called? Two-man comedy or gag comedy. Workplace comedy is really dope. It's short and it's sweet. It doesn't overstay its welcome. School place comedy, also cool. Nichijo's over there. School Rumble's over there. Just great shit. I don't know what this is. Hopefully it's equally funny. Doesn't need to be raunchy for me to enjoy it. Doesn't need to be fan service for me to enjoy it. Just needs to make me laugh. Especially sometimes my work can be a bit down-putting. So if I can come home, pop something in the Blu-ray player, eat dinner, and watch a couple episodes and it makes me crack up, it's perfectly fine. So hopefully this makes me laugh. I do remember watching something called Arcade Gamer Fubuki, which was kind of the same thing. This looks like it's going into a whole different direction. Because not Arcade Gamer Fubuki, my God, Animation Runner Kuromi, which was about a woman who got a job in an anime company, and it was her trying to survive like the day-to-day struggles of working in an anime company. So it was pretty dope. I hope this is equally as good, especially since Funimation did this, and some people hate Funimation. Rest in peace, too, I guess. My God. Never thought I'd say that. And other people were like, yeah, the dub is fine. I watch them both sub and dub. I forgot what it's called. I think in Japanese it's called Gotobuki. I might be wrong. Whichever the one is where the guy has to tutor the 5 girls, that's a rom-com too. That's pretty interesting. But as you can see, the age, I can't see it, my God. The age of Funimation being the king is over. Crunchyroll's on top, Funimation, and then Kodansha, and I don't know what the hell that is. I think that's just the seal. Kodakawa, yeah. So Crunchyroll owns this shit now. Hey, Hopefully something good comes of it. But it does come with the digital copies. All right. So I do want to do another Jeopardy game. This is season 1 and 2. So we can put this up as a prize. I'll put the topic up later on. You guys let me know. But I'd be happy to let go of this digital code because I don't need it. This is brand new, so I know that this works. Okay. All right, on to the next one. So from the theme song I played, you already know. Okay? You already know. Castlevania, baby. Netflix and Viz Media, well, it streams on Netflix. If you have not seen Castlevania, this is season 3. Season 1's up there. I mistakenly bought this, thought it was season 2 and season 3 because there is like a double Blu-ray that came out. This is on sale for $8. I picked this shit up. Have I seen it already? Hell yeah. But to me, this is one of the best anime adaptations put into an anime style or an animation style period that I've ever seen. The first season was, for lack of a better word, I'm 32 years old, for God's sakes. It was lit. The second season was also good. I'm not going to spoil the story for you. It's great. Go watch it. Don't be. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but if you are interested, if you like Castlevania and you didn't know that this existed, go on Netflix if you have it and watch it. It's pretty dope. This is one of the, if people had to categorize it, because so far it's 4 seasons, I think is the main one, and they're all on Netflix. And then I think that the fourth season, when it ended main character story. And the next season that comes out, if they do it, is going to be there's going to be a side story on another character who's going to be explored. But Netflix, as you know, I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but their stock is... So they've cut off a lot of animation projects. And I don't know if Castlevania is going to come back. If not, it's been a good run. 4 seasons of great shit, except for this one, season 3. A lot of people said that this season was weak as shit. I disagree. It's at the bottom of the series to me. I get what they're saying. I get where they're coming from. But it is in no way bad. I'm not going to spoil the story for you. May or may not involve a priest who may or may not have murdered children. But it's more of like a mystery. It's more of a mystery season. Like, who done it? Why is this stuff happening? But the first and second seasons, excelente. The third season's kind of like a break where they go off and do their own thing. And then I guess they were like, yeah, shit fucking sucked. And then they brought the fourth season back and just dynamite, lightning. Like every episode is great. So go watch it. Go watch it now. Watch it right now. Season 3. All right. So now I only need 2 and 4. And they're probably out there. I just haven't run across them. Again, $8. Not bad. Gamers. Okay. Again, sorry for the glare. Right in front of the old iPad here. But again, my favorite genre is Colony. There's a reason why it's essentials, baby. Essentials. Now, having said that, is there a reason why it says essentials, or is that just a cash grab so that Funimation and Crunchyroll can take your money? Probably both. But it is hilarious to me. It is about these high school people right here who are gamers, like most of us. Okay, the main character treats, I won't say treats games better than people, but he treats games the same as people. He's heavily into video games. He likes playing handheld games, console games, whatever, games period. But his reasoning is that he plays them to have fun. Like most people, right? I play fighting games. I can't really say that. When I play to win. But he plays them mostly to have fun, which puts him in the crosshairs of old Trippy Girl here, who is the president of the game club, and she invites him to join the school's game club, and he's like, nah, I'm good, fam. Which people are like, what the fuck? She's the hottest girl in school, yada, 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 which causes her to try and chase after him because she's like, oh, this guy, he rejected the game club. How could he do that? Which causes him to have to, ask her for advice, but she's his girlfriend, so he gets the idea that they are together, which causes her to get the idea that they are together, and she begins to like him, and she is helping him, but he is spending time with her, so she thinks that he thinks that they are cheating, and this girl is his. It just
Say.
There's a reason why, and if you look on the forums, if you want to know more about this, because there's a lot more to it than that, but it's 10% gaming, 90% misunderstandings. It's a romantic comedy. It's freaking hilarious. I recommend that you at least try it. Plus, look at it. It's Tetris. That's a nice background there. That's pretty cool. But this is, like I said, I'm in the middle of this right now. Literally, I'm on the end of the first disc, and it's good the way it is right now. It's freaking hilarious. But hopefully, it has a decent ending, because some of these comedies they go, and then the 9th episode, it becomes serious for the 9th and 10th episode. The 11th episode clears things up, and then the 12th episode just kind of meh, and it's just lame. And so I hope they don't do that. But recommended. It's essentials, baby. Essentials. Gamers. Highly recommend. All right. It's Kurokami. All right. Kurokami. Fun fact about this anime, I owned all of this back when I was 16 years old, back when I was first starting out buying anime. Many of you remember was a travesty. It was terrible. It was, you were a true fan, and I hate using that, but you were a true fan because you were spending $35, $40 at Best Buy. Specs Music, if anybody's got a Specs that's still around. FYE's still around, which I think is the same company, or they got absorbed or whatever. FYE is the only place in America where you can walk into an FYE. They still got those little dividers, the white dividers with the yellow stickers on them, and you can just thumb through there. And Specs might be the only place in America besides a used bookstore where you can walk in there at least 2 out of 5, or FYE, 2 out of 5 FYEs, and find, where is it? Find a copy of this. God. Find a copy of Tokyo Underground, this big ass box. Because look where I found it. For, what was it? $14.99? And you can't beat that with a stick. Ironically, this is genuine. Alright. But this is the only place. That's one of the only places you can find this box at. That and probably a Bookman's, but they'll charge you like $100 for it. It's not worth that much. But it was at one point. It was $99.99. Crazy, right? Shelfware and everything. This is a, y'all remember? And then they come with the hollow foil. Man, listen. Oh man, I forgot these were in here. This is great. This one came with everything. Got the hollow foils in here. Shit. It just took me back to 2005. I honestly didn't know those were in there. But anyway, we're not talking about Tokyo. We're talking about dead companies. Kurokami. I had these, like I said, when I was 16. Trudging along Best Buy, with my $200 check from working at Publix, which if you ain't from Florida or parts of Virginia or Georgia, you don't know what the hell Publix is. It's a grocery store. The best grocery store, because shopping there is a pleasure. And I would take my $200 check and I would be like, I can afford to get a couple of DVDs. I'm going to do that. That's where first ever DVD I bought. Hajime no Ippo, the first step. First ever DVD I bought. And that got me on the trail. That was in 2004. So here I am now, 32 years old. I was 14 when I bought my first DVD. It's been an adventure, one I hope doesn't end anytime soon. But these were on DVD back then. Back when Bandai, and like I said, most of you know, back when it was, you go into Best Buy and you had maybe $100 to spend, and that was your anime money, and you walk out of there with like 3 DVDs, and you spend like $80 because this was before box sets. This was before limited editions or compilations. Now, I ain't old enough to be in the vicinity or to be in the group of, you talking about $34 DVDs, man. I used to have to do subtitling on a machine to put it on VHS. I'm not in that group. That was before my time, sir. But we appreciate your sacrifice. No, we were in the group of the $35 to $40 DVDs with 4 to 6 episodes on them. 6 if you were lucky. Sometimes the company would slap 3 on there and be like, problem, right? Do we have a problem? No. But you would buy it because you're like, well, there's no other way to get out. Or you would be that guy and you'd be like, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to wait till all 10 volumes come out. And then I'm going to spend $300. Okay. Rest in peace to those people who collected Inuyasha piece by piece and then realized, damn, I still got to get the movies. Some of y'all got this whole series in your house. Also, rest in peace to those people who collected the manga, I guess, was worse. If you got all the Naruto manga in your house, if you still collected One Piece, you are a trooper because what's that, like 8 to manga? Remember when manga used to be like $7? $8 a volume? Now it's like $10 in America, Canada. Rip. So yeah, I wound up. This was pretty cool. I don't really remember what this is about. I think this was the first time I ever got introduced to the Isekai Truck-kun. But I think it wasn't a truck, it was a bus. So this is Bus-kun. And also this isn't Isekai. I think it's something having to do with luck. He's obviously the main character. Well, they're both the main character. I do remember in the first couple episodes, these hands were rated E for everyone. And she was beating the dog shit out of this guy in a parking lot. Yeah, it was good. It was good shit. So I had all this, and then I sold it. Yeah, I don't remember why. Times must have been hard, but I sold it. And then lo and behold, Bandai, right, decided to, die. And these became extremely hard to find. I think there's 4 volumes of it. And they became extremely hard to find. And then it got rescued, but I don't remember by who. Or Bandai I think, released it on Blu-ray in the later end of the years before they completely into obscurity. And I came across a couple of these, and I said, hell yeah, man, 1 and 2. I do think there's 4 volumes. I think it was one of those shows. But if I get my hands on 3 and 4, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? Having said that, and talking about the inflation, not even the inflation, but just the way we used to buy anime back in the day, and some of the stuff is still super expensive, like the Platinum Evangelions, which are worth it. But the Karen box set that some of y'all are going crazy over, come on, dog. To each their own, I guess. But I can't front. If I found it for like $60 or less, I would consider picking it up because it's a part of history. Like that print is gone. Like that will never happen again. Much like the Aria the Masterpiece. If you haven't gotten your pre-order in on Right Stuff, I think they said this will never be printed again. Much like John Cena and The Rock, they only wrestled once. Leave that one alone. All right, next. I have heard so much shit about this series. Good shit, not bad shit. Good shit about this series. I have no idea what the hell this is about. I think it's taken from the fairy tale, or the fable, and she wants to be, I don't know, transformed into a young girl, and it's actually a duck. I don't know. I'll watch it at some point, but it's the steel case. If you guys can see that again, sorry for the glare. It's the steel case. Some of this stuff was on sale. Right Stuff was having a sale. I don't know if you guys realize this, but Right Stuff will post stuff up, and you'll see like the original price was like $100. I'm sorry, man. If you paid over $100 for this, I can't tell you what to do with your money. You got it. But I got this on sale. I think it was like $20. I guess you just got to wait and find different things. But I don't know what this is about. I do know that it's supposedly really good. I've never had a conversation with anybody and we talk about anime and like, you know what sucks? Princess Tutu. This shit is trash. No, every time this anime comes up, it's usually followed with, oh my God, it's Princess Tutu. Anime was so great. So I will have to look at this sooner rather than later and see what's up with it. I think this is something else that my wife would probably give a look at. She likes things with female protagonists, and like I said before, like it looks like it's romance. Sometimes she gives caveats, and she's like, "Yeah, it is what it is." But it's got some special features. One of them is ballet for beginners. If you're interested in ballet, hey, there you go. What's that do? All right. Picked up Megazone 23, right? Another Animaygo classic, which they're hanging in there. Hey, Animaygo, if you can do this, right? Is there any chance that you can give everybody what they've been asking for years and just release You're Under Arrest, the entire series in like a Blu-ray? If you could do that for us, that'd be great. Because finding those things single, or God forbid, you find in the box sets that have the individual parts, people would commit dirty, dirty crimes for those box sets. Like, I'm talking leave a dude in the alley bleeding out as they get in their car and drive away with the box sets in hand type shit. Yeah, I didn't know if any of you guys knew that. So Matt Greenfield, David Williams, Janice Williams, all the Animaygo people. This was in the store. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I didn't get to this Kickstarter either, but I got it. Please give us You're Under Arrest. I beg of you. Please, sir. Can I have some more? So, gonna watch this later. I heard this is pretty good. I'm a sucker for mecha too. As you'll see later on. I got other stuff. Okay.
I'm taking hard right now, 'cause I know that you want me from the inside out. You got me speechless, I'm running my mouth. I was keeping you secret, but the word got out.
All right, here's a little thing about this series, man. When I was in deployment back in 2017, and I got a minimum amount of time to rest, I was hooked on this webtoon, right? God of High School. Okay. Hooked on it. Because the webtoon is 10 times better than this. Now, have I seen it? Your first thought was, God damn, man, if it sucks so bad, why did you buy it? Because I ain't seen it yet. And you know what's weird? I swore to myself, like, man, they need to make God of High School into an anime, man. It's just crazy, bro. They should make it into an anime. They had a teaser trailer, because webtoons do this. They had a teaser for an animated intro or an animated video of God of High School, and with his Korean song, and it was beautiful. It was great. And I was like, oh my God, they're making anime. 6 years later, Crunchyroll's like, hey, we're going to start adapting webtoons into anime. And people are like, oh God, God of High School, come on, let's go. God of High School. And then like the first 3 that they revealed, they're like, yeah, we're doing God of High School. Everyone's like, oh shit, yeah. And then it came out. And people were like, all right, I don't know how you guys fucked this up, but you did. So I guess I'll see how bad it is. But if you ever watch this, don't let this be the end all be all. I highly encourage you to go. I highly encourage you to go on whatever legal Korean website you use to read this stuff and enjoy it, right? Because the webtoon is 1,000 times. Maybe my mind will change when I actually watch it. But from friends who were up to date on the webtoon with me, this is trash. This is terrible, right? But the webtoon is one of the top 10 action webtoons of all time. By the way, they should have did the Breaker. And if you know, you know. They should have done the Breaker. The Breaker and the Breaker New Waves should have been on here. The Breaker is I would sit in the galley and eat lunch. We were in the Middle East, putting in work. I'd eat lunch with one headphone in so nobody could bother me, watching this, reading this, and reading the Breaker and the Breaker New Waves. Good shit. All right. Especially the Breaker. Breaker's art style is, you think Vagabond looks good? Man, listen. And here's what kills me. So everything's owned by Crunchyroll now, right? Which, props to you, boy. You went from being a pirate site to being like one of the top licensing companies in North America. Right? But you could stand to put a little bit more effort into your disc art, bro. What the? And you can't see the detail on it, but you can see like the jagged edges along the side here, right? Y'all showed that picture of that dude who was trying to sell that Shippuden box set, and it had like every single disc was Kakashi, and everybody was roasting, not roasting, but they were roasting the person, like whoever was selling that, like, and I said faker than a FedEx a delivery date. Yeah, because if somebody was to just give you these discs, damn well your mind would be like, is this boot? Right? It ain't boot. It's just what the budget allowed. Hopefully it's not terrible. The theme song though, Beat Your Contradiction, she's banging. All right. Next.
責めないで消さないで負けないで誰だって持ってるはず譲れないもの愛だけ夢だけ君だけそれだけは離さないどんな時でも
So many of you remember, you get home from school, put your book back down on the ground. Your parents are home if they are home. All right, siblings are home. You're chilling. You finish your homework if you were into that. And if you were blessed enough to have the Skrilla, the paper, the dollar bills, y'all, to have cable, and you turned on Cartoon Network, Tsunami was up. This right here, Outlaw Star, man, listen. I was not one of the people who had the paper, the Skrilla, the dollar bills, y'all, until I was about 15, 16, when my mom was like, hey, I'm going to get cable. And I was like, excuse me? Right? So that's when I was exposed to all this stuff, which, not really, because I would collect, but I had a friend around the corner, and I had to depend on him. For him allowing me to go in his home and watch his television, right, and eat his food. Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, Rurouni Kenshin, and those were the days, right? And then it would go off, and the street lights would come on, and I would walk around the corner and go back to my house. But it came out in what I consider the golden era of anime, the early 90s. And the 90s period, because there was that cringe show every season, but there was some good shit. Cowboy Bebop, right? Gundam Wing, Kenshin, mostly anything that Yu Yu Hakusho, baby bubba, and Outlaw Star. I'm not going to pass up $15 for it. It's the same content. It's the same resolution. It's just thin, right? Which, as you can see, I could kind of use the space. But If you know, you know. If you've seen this, you already know how good it is. If you haven't, for the love of God, it's one of the top 100 series of all time, along with, you know, Evangelion, you know, sitting up there. But it's one of the top 100 series of all time. I don't really, I'm not gonna really go into the story. It's not that deep. It's not that convoluted. But this is some good shit. If you haven't seen Outlaw Star yet, go watch it. Go pick it up. It used to be at Walmart. Crazy. Especially since we're past the era of Best Buy. Remember when Best Buy used to have their aisle of anime was like literally started at one side of the aisle and ended on the other side of the aisle. The entire aisle on one side was anime, and if you were lucky and you had a really big Best Buy, the aisle and a half was anime. And now they just throw anime in with like the movies that come out. And you're like, oh, they only put the popular shit like Demon Slayer, Future Boy Conan, like these really new releases that come out. If you want to buy anime, you have to go to used bookstores, used record stores, get it off of Amazon, or you have to get it off of Right Stuff, Sentai, whatever, which is cool. At least you still have a way to get it. But y'all remember being able to used to being able to go into Walmart or Best Buy or Target still has some of it. Fry's, if you're on that part of the country, Fry's Electronics, and they would just have anime there. And you could just pick it up and, you know, spend your entire wallet allowance, and your wallet be hurting. But yeah, good stuff. Go watch it. It's great.
How do you know I'm not going to kill you with it?
So I'd heard a lot of stuff about this coming into the group. There's a lot of obscure, hyper-violent, some would say hyper-sexualized anime from the late 80s, really early 90s. It kind of tapered off, I think. Genocyber, Mad Bull 34, Arutsuka Doji, which I think is hentai. It is, isn't it? It is. God, what was I going to say next? Little Blue Girl's in there too. But no, I'm talking about Cyber City Uedo. Is Virus Buster Surge in there too? Is that one of these? I don't know. Some of you guys tell me because you've been alive longer than I have. I'm a relatively young man. But the guy who made this, or the guy who directed it, directed Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, and Wicked City. Wicked City! I knew it! Yeah, Wicked City's just... Wicked City is one of those things that you put your kids to bed and you watch, and then you hear them be like, Mom, and you pause it real quick and switch the channel. You're like, yeah, what do you want? That's one of those. Cyber criminals get caught by the police. Hey, if you don't capture these other cyber criminals, we gonna kill you. Cut, point blank, simple. Okay? And then these guys have to go capture other cyber criminals. It's short. It ain't sweet, but it's short. And it's violent as hell. Look at this man. He's looking to blade. He's looking to blade, man. You already know. Anytime and that was always cringe to me. Anytime the villain cuts somebody and they lick the blade, you got the like Vega in Street Fighter, which is another thing I gotta get. Yeah, probably gonna enjoy this. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. All right, on to the next one. All right, what goes with Gunbuster? Die Buster. Okay. This reminds me, if you have not played any of the Super Robot Wars games and you own a PS4 or a PS5, buy them off Amazon. They're still there. They're still available. That's good shit. But if you like giant robots and you like seeing giant robots fight each other, and it's a long game and it's a strategy RPG, highly recommend the Super Robot Wars series. Not a shameless plug, just good units. But I haven't seen this one yet. But I do know that Gainax made it because it has the same style, has the same animation style as Fooly Cooly, and it's the same guy that directed Fooly Cooly. So it is a movie, and this is excellent. A lot of people swear by this. Die Buster is one of the main thing, as one of the few examples of a great anime pretty much having a sequel and not being shit. Okay, because once you leave the premises, once you're in the first part ends and you're like, wow, that was great, and then the company decides, it'd be greater, a second part, and you're like, oh, okay, right? A lot of anime did it, and it's great. City Hunter, Ghost in the Shell, unless you're counting Innocence, which to me was boring as all hell. The Gundam series, right? Especially Gundam Zeta. Original Gunbuster film. It's like one of the greatest mech films of all time. So, if you have seen Gunbuster, but you haven't seen Die Buster, or you didn't know it existed, how could you? That goofy ass opening song. Highly encourage you to go watch it. It's good stuff. Last standard edition, and then we'll move on to the limiteds. If you thought that I was gonna raise my hand and it was gonna be the anime version of this,
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. I knew it. I love when he does that.
you were wrong. It is the Scarlett Johansson. Everybody and their mama ridiculed this film. I did not go watch it in theaters because I was out to sea. Did I need to go buy it as soon as it came out? Hell no. This thing was $6 at Best Buy. It came out 2017. Yeah, I was on deployment. It came out 2017. Wow, this is 5 years old. Time flies, man. This is crazy. Major, right? Bato, and I forgot the director of Section 9, but if you're wondering, hell no. Hell no. Why did they make this? This is Dragon Ball level. This is Dragon Ball Evolution levels of bad. I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't be able to agree with you nor disagree with you. But if you're probably wondering, okay, well, Jameer, why did you buy the live action version? Why did you put your $6 down on this? Because I already have the 4K version of the original. I already have the Blu-ray versions of the first and second season, which is, if you haven't seen these are pretty great. I got a Rise, right? And I can hear some of you guys now. It's like, well, if you're a completionist, you'd have the Bandai copies of the DVDs. I did. And you know what sucked about the Bandai DVDs? What sucked about the Bandai DVDs was because they came out in two different formats, and the material was not that great. Okay? Not that great. I have that Cyber Formula GPX that's hanging on for dear life. Okay? Because the only thing that's separating the disc from falling out is the goddamn paper or cardboard that's covering it. The same thing with the Ghost in the Shell. Hurricane Wilma hit my house, and a bunch of stuff got damaged. A bunch of cases met their end because they fell to the ground in terrible ways. Was the only thing I was able to save from that hurricane. You can't see it because it's right past Baki, but it's the case closed stuff. Okay, the case closed stuff right there, right? And that stuff, some of that stuff got cracked too. So I had to sell it. Sorry. Once again, Phoenix, 105 degrees outside. Had to sell that stuff. It was cracked. It was broken. There were pieces of plastic where the disc should have been. I actually watched Ghost in the Shell, both series, on deployment. Excellent stuff. So these are here just because I love this series. This stuff is here because I love this show. It's great. If you're one of the few anime fans that haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, I mean, you could watch the film. The film's timeless. You can put the film on anytime. I could watch that film like 3 or 4 times and walk into a room later on in the week and be like, oh, what's this show? Yeah. Let's move on to limited edition. I'm a sucker for mech anime too. Comedy, sports, mech, in that order. And so I picked up this Pat Labor a long time ago. You thought I was going to say now, huh? No. A long time ago. This has been in my collection since I was living in Virginia. I was deployed, so I came back. I came back from deployment and bought this. So this is the middle of 2017, right before I got married. You all know what it is. It's Pat Labor. It's like one of the greatest mecha anime of all time, right? It's just shiny. So this is everything. This is the series right here. And this is the movies. These are all the movies in Blu-ray, okay? So you're probably like, okay, Jameer, well, if you have the series and the movies and you have, look at this. Look, this is how this stuff should be. This is how art on stuff should be. This is how you know, right? First movie, second movie, the new files, actually. So the OVAs, right? I believe so. And then you got the second film. You got the Wasted 13, right? Good shit. Classic, timeless openings and closings. It's great. They even took the same care with the They even took the same care with the DVDs, right? Some of you be like, I mean, it's kind of. I just showed you the God of High School stuff, right? By comparison, this stuff is extra clean, okay? And it's old. What are you gonna do? But at least they released it, and this was like $80 when it first came out. Now you can probably find it on Amazon for like, I think I saw it on sale for like $40 at one point, which is a steal. For God's sakes, go buy that. That shit's excellent. But anyway, you're wondering like, well, if you have Pat Labor, then what are you showing us? I'm showing you the limited edition. Now, I'm sure that there's somebody out there, there's somebody that's watching this right now, especially from the group, who's like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. What the hell is that? Right? This, apparently, because I found this today. This is the limited collector's edition. And I'm sorry, again, for the glare. Pat Labor movie, limited collector's edition. That came from Bandai Visual. Okay? Now, you know how some of these go, right? It's got a barcode and everything. You got to watch out for the boot. You got to watch out for the boot. All right? Especially if you're going to drop some money on. I found it at my local record store. They traded it in. And it wasn't used. The stuff was never opened, so they just put it in two layers of plastic wrap or shrink wrap, and they threw it up in the anime section. I would have considered this to be like in a case. I thought that they would have put this in a locker. There's a locker in the back that has really rare anime in it. I would have thought they would have put this in here. So what you're getting is the film itself, Pat Labor the movie. Right, the DVD, obviously. Okay, so you're getting that, and then you're getting a making of. Okay, I don't think that the Blu-rays had this. You're getting a making of disc, and you're getting the storyboard for the entire film. I gotta be careful with this. So you're getting storyboards for the entire film from the director himself. That from the first frame of the film to the last, and if there's lines of dialogue included in them, they show that too, right? Rough sketches of the scenes and everything. It's nice, man. It's nice, and it's equally shiny. Right? It's shiny. Okay, I'm like a seagull. And then you're getting art book, right? But you're getting not only an art book, but you're getting like production notes. So places that they went, how they got inspiration for some of these settings. This is pretty dope. I didn't know that this stuff existed. And we talk all the time about, all right, you know, if you have this, like what level of collector are you? So just saying, and I've been in this group long enough to know that this is probably sitting on somebody's shelf and they didn't think it was that important, but this is pretty dope. And on the top, there's a number for, they only made 10,000 of these. So this version is 7,016. And then whoever owned these, and I say these because there's another one.
I love gold.
The second film, same thing. You're getting the film, you're getting the storyboard, and you're getting an art book. And this number is 1,051. I think, yeah, 1,051. So these two things right here, crazy. I didn't know that these existed. And these will go along with Pat Labor Blu-ray. So now I have like the 2 complete versions of Pat Labor. Like it's insane.
Love, honor, sacrifice, revenge, and a whole lot of destruction. Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set, ready, go!
Toonami, right? Gundam Wing, Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Hakusho, all that good stuff. But most people forget not the OG, but the OG series that had nothing to do with Universal Century. What am I talking about, guys? I'm talking about G Gundam, right? This box isn't in print anymore. And I thought that they were going to keep doing this stuff. I thought they were going to keep making it. Shame on me. I got this from Mercari. Somebody was letting it go for a really good price. Wound up swooping that up. Look at this box, man. And if you have it, you already know, like, yup, it's good. This is great. So many great memories from this show. And when Right Stuff or Sunrise does a box set, they do it big. It comes with the series, obviously, but it also comes with an art book, a thick art book. Okay, I'm not gonna bend the spine too much here. It comes with different designs of the suits and stuff that Domon fights. Yeah, this is good stuff. And it comes with some extras. Now, like I said, if you own the box set, you already know what's in here. Okay. With the help of Kyojin. So got some cards. All right. It's like every other. You got the photos. Okay. Like that right there. Right. And then you have the picture that Domon carried around with him through the entire series. Like, my brother, where's my brother? But you also get these really cool patches. Right, they're all in here. But you get a shot glass. That's not in here. That's in the cabinet. Because I have some Japanese whiskey and some Crown Royal that I partake in from time to time. But that is a pretty dope collector's edition. If any of you have and I can't speak on the seed stuff, but if you have the 00 series, like I do, you know that the extras are pretty good. The extras are phenomenal. And that's in these box sets. So I wish that they would have come out with box sets for everything. Especially when it comes to and listen to it. Listen to it. Woo! Man. Ain't going nowhere. She thick. I know that they have like the seed stuff coming out, and then they had the hiccup with the seed Blu-rays because they weren't the right quality, or they weren't the right not the right quality, but they weren't the right broadcast. Like it was the broadcast copy, but it wasn't the high definition copy, and all this just went, and it just went to shit. So they had to reissue guys copies if you got the Seed stuff. I didn't like Seed. I didn't like Seed Destiny, but 000 was pretty good, or 00 was pretty good, and they have some really nice extras with that too. That's been here for a minute though. So all right, we're almost there. We're almost done. We have like a couple more things left. Fractal. I've been thinking about grabbing this for a long time, and not because it was like, oh yeah, man, you know, I gotta have it. I gotta have it, bro. No, Fractal's been around for a hell of a long time. In 2011, I went to California with my bros, and if you live in Culver City, California, if you've ever been there, there used to be a store there called Second Spin, and it was a bunch of Japanese video games, used DVDs. That was literally where I got all of my initial D, or the first, 25 volumes of initial D, because he was selling his manga for $1. So 25 volumes of initial D were in that basket, and I paid $25 for 25 volumes of initial D. That's a big discount, because that's back when that manga was like $8, $7. I think back from the glory days of manga. It was still $10. I could have sworn manga used to be $8. But gee whiz. So $250 worth of manga for $25. Can't beat that with a stick. So he also had this called it was Fractal, and I remember it being $80. And it was $80 for 13 episodes, and I was like, man, y'all tripping. All right, that's stupid. Why would I do that? So I bought Sorcerer Hunters on DVD, and which I should still have that, unless it broke. Yeah, I think it did break. I think it was one of the things that broke. So I have to rebuy it. But yeah, anyway, this was $8. Right Stuff has this. If you go to Right Stuff right now, and it's brand new. If you go to Right Stuff right now and you go to clearance, it should be there for like $8. I picked that up just because of that. Just gotta wait. Gotta wait 11 years. That's my math is terrible. 11 years, yeah. Gotta wait 11 years, and it went down from $80 to $8. All right. I've seen a couple episodes of this already as compared to Fractal. I know that it's about money. Guy gets a large sum of money to compete in a dangerous game type scenario, but he's broke, and you know, all this other stuff. I don't know what this girl with horns has to do with anything, but I haven't really heard anything about this. I haven't heard anybody tell me that's great or it's trash. The theme song's pretty dope. If you have a good theme song, half the time I'll at least give your show a chance. But as we all know, there's a lot of anime that have really good theme songs that are absolutely terrible. So hopefully this isn't one of those. Hopefully it's good. Again, clearance, Right Stuff, $10. It's good. If you want to take advantage of that $150 shipping thing, and they'll give it to you with free shipping of $150, and you need something to just fill out your cart, but you don't want to put in an extra $60 in there or $80 so you can buy something, go to the clearance section. They got stuff that'll fill that stuff out. Okay. Gundam again. Again, I probably should have done this right after G Gundam, but hey, whatever. The Iron-Blooded Orphans. 5 episodes of this. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I had it on deployment. My files got corrupted. You do what you got to do to survive. I'll just see. But this was on sale on Right Stuff. I think it was $40 when I got it. Hopefully, maybe it is still on sale. I think they're doing sales because of spring or summer. Because it's May. It's May. So, brand new, sealed. Gundam Barbados. It's Barbados today. Yeah, I know. Digital copy. Again, we can use this as a prize for Jeopardy, but still in the plastic. Great series. One of the great Alter Universe series. Can't wait to watch this. I kind of want to go through the timeline first, but this is kind of a spin-off, so it doesn't really matter. And as time's gone on, Gundam has gotten a little bit more and more like into the mature side of things, which isn't a problem at all. I still have Gundam Unicorn over there shrink wrapped because I haven't watched that either. So I should probably start watching more Gundam. Gundam Hathaway is on Netflix. It should still be. If any of you guys want to take advantage of that, it's 105 degrees outside. If any of you guys want to take advantage of that, it should be on Netflix. It's great stuff. And yeah, trying to tear that open. Get through the rest of that. I heard it was really, really good. It does not disappoint in the slightest.
一番大事なことは誰も知らないことなんだあれもこれも大事なようで時が過ぎれば消えてゆく風に乗って雲の切れ間に
Y'all remember this? Y'all remember Real Girl? I don't know what it's about. I only remember Real Girl being extremely expensive. I remember this series, and who made this? Sentai? That is a Sentai film. I remember this series being so ungodly expensive for whatever reason. I thought that it was maybe one of those boutique, I call them boutique animes, because like a company just throws out like limited copies and they're like, all right, we don't have enough money to keep making this happen. So you guys just, whoever buys it, buys it. And I remember just looking around. I walk into my record store where I buy my anime from, and this thing was $150. And I remember just being like, what the fuck? Like, why is it? Now, it's 24 episodes long. It looks thin, right? It looks thin. You look at it and you're like, is that like one of those 12 episode series? No, this is the whole thing. It's 24 episodes long. But, my God. People were like, it's $150. Why? Why? I did not pay $150 for this. This was on another sale on Right Stuff for $20. That shit dropped. And I was like, well, it's probably never going to be this again until Black Friday, so why not do my $20 down and got it. Do I know if it's going to be good? No. Do I know that it's probably going to go back up to $150, $200? Most likely, yes. Especially since Crunchyroll seems to be coming for everybody. Hope Sentai Filmworks kind of hangs in there. We don't need a monopoly, but anime politics. So, that's the end of the anime section. There's a couple of things for literature. Where did I put it? This was at books. Oh God, this was on. Where'd I get this from? This is $50. If you decide to be a pleb and go to Barnes and Nobles and pick this up, it boy hefty. It's thick, okay? If you decide to go to Barnes & Noble or Kinokuniya and pick this up, you will pay premium. You will pay $50 for this. You will pay plus tax. I got this from Amazon for like $30 a while ago. I just forgot to talk about it. Worth it. This is some coffee table shit right here. You can put this down. If somebody comes in your house and they know you're an anime fan, or they don't know, and they see this on your coffee table or your table for reading, they'll know, okay? It's pretty dope. I love books like this. I don't want to bend this. So pretty much, from what I understand, why I bought this is the guy who does the illustrations for Vampire Hunter D, Final Fantasy, right? Look at it. And you see, it's not just pictures. It's words. Now, I'll buy an art book, right? I'll buy an art book. But it's nice, right? It's words. There's reasoning. Hey, why did I draw this particular character this way? Why did I choose this design for this person? It's all explained in here. If you like Vampire Hunter D illustration, if you like Final Fantasy illustration, and you want to read about why the artist decided to go different ways for making different things and how he was approached to make the artwork for these games, highly recommend you pick this book up. It's called Amino, Beyond the Fantasy. It's good reading, not just for looking at pictures. It's good reading. So I happily dropped $35 on it. Okay, which I don't know if the guys who own our ROD are in here, but there's another book, and I don't know if I'm the only one who has this. I don't believe I am, but the Read or Die Official Archive. I've had this for a while too. Same thing. Guys who made the artwork for the series, and it's both. I think it's both series too. Yeah, it is. It's ROD the TV and Read or Die. Underrated show, underrated art book. It's $40. You can get it off on Amazon. It's really good. All right, last thing for the evening. I picked up the first volume of Berserk. We all know why. This manga needs no introduction. Rest in peace to the author. The artwork, I mean, the first page is guts clapping demon cheeks, right? So I'm not going to go into the story about what this book is about what this manga is about. If you like medieval dark fantasy, like really dark fantasy, and you like revenge tales, and you just like really reading great artwork and enjoying yourself and getting immersed in the story and having a book that has some heft to it, right? This is pretty good stuff. The glossiness in the light. This is really nice. It's just black and red. That's it. It's black and red, and there's 10 of these. The search continues. They're not rare. If you walk into a Barnes and Noble, and you go to the manga section, you'll see some. Right, they're $50 a piece though, unless you go on Amazon. Just saying, I would not walk into a brick and mortar and pick one of these up and buy it, because as you can see, it is $49.99 US. Go on Amazon. Use your resources, people, which most of you do. You're not noobs at this, but don't pay $50 unless you just really want to support Dark Horse, because they do release really good stuff like this. Dark Horse released this. They also released Gunsmith Cats, which I would spend money on. Tenjo Tenge, which I only have volumes 1, 2, and 3 of, because there's more than that. But this shit right here, it's good. All right, it even comes with a little bookmark tassel thing, so you don't have to miss your place, because this is a lot of pages. I think it's the first 3 volumes in one book. It's thick. So that's it. That's all the stuff that I had picked up. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will put this on the Animayzing group page so that you guys can check it out. And until next time, peace. I'm out.